It's hard to answer the question of like what climbing is to me, because it's such a big part of what I am. Just trying to explain basically who you are is hard to, like, I don't know how to like explain who I am. My name is Anthony Gullsten. People call me Andy usually. I'm a Sportiva athlete, and yeah, I live in Helsinki, Finland. Well, to be a climber in Helsinki, it has, yeah, it's good things and bad things. I've always lived in the city, and still I like the city. I like having a lot of people around me. I feel like I'm really social. I prefer climbing with friends than alone, just because it's way more fun. It's always controversial for me, because when I'm in Helsinki, I kind of always want to leave because I want to go climbing, but then it's always nice to come back. But just having the balance between being here and traveling, it's still my home base. Like for me, Helsinki is perfect. I guess how I ended up being a route setter, I can't really remember when, but it's a long time ago. It was when I was when the first boulder keskus was opened, like the first commercial bouldering gym. I've always liked to be creative and just like trying to like if I have a cool move in my mind, to just try and duplicate it onto the wall. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but usually there's always like a trick or something that you can teach other climbers. Like something that, like for me, a good boulder problem in the gym is something where I actually learn something. Because I just, like, that's the whole point in climbing. It's always different, different places, different faces. Like, there's always something new. Yeah, in Finland, the climbing community is it's still pretty small, at least the ones who climb regularly. We're in the south of Finland, we have a lot of islands, and I guess people have a lot of summer cabins there, and that's like a really Finnish thing to have a summer cabin. Some of my friends did, and then it's usually what we do is gather together. And now what we did a couple of days ago was with my boss's boat, went to his island, his summer cabin in the island, and went bouldering with the pads in the boat. It's like, for sure, it's like really unique. And the second you leave the car at the parking lot, you hop on the boat, it's just, the boat ride is just, it's so calming. You just feel like you're kind of like free of everything. You forget everything, you just like look at the horizon and then enjoy the ride. And then when you start climbing, it's the same thing, just like not being like consumed by everything. It's just you, your friends, and that like landscape, the whole area you're in. It's like, for me, it's really important. I mean, the best parts of climbing that I've enjoyed is the traveling and the friends that I've made through it. Like the closest friends that I have, I've met them through climbing, and that's who I spend most of my time with. And like, it's for sure the most fulfilling part of my life is like the people I meet and just all the emotions and the like stories that I hear. It's like, that's the biggest part, for sure. The climbing, of course, it's like what makes us tick and what makes us gather together. But then in the end, it's not just about climbing. It's everything and anything.